guys, welcome back to Anyone Can Cook. Today we're going to be making a recipe that most people love and is very easy to make, lasagna. So let's get started. The ingredients for today are 5 to 6 sheets of pasta for lasagna, about a pound of meat. I like to combine half of a pound of chicken and half a pound of ground beef. I actually use turkey, which is leaner than ground beef. If you can find it, that's great. Otherwise, just use ground beef. 3 cups of cheese. Also for the sauce, 3 tomatoes, garlic, basil, salt, pepper, oregano. Also some slices of zucchini. This part is optional, but also if you wanted to make it vegetarian, you can substitute the meat for a lot of different vegetables. We need just a few things for this recipe. A small baking dish, a small saute pan, a blender, a spoon, and a knife. I hold a special place for this recipe because it's one of the first ones I learned even before I went to culinary school. A good friend of mine taught me, and I have had the chance to make it for my friends, my family. And the key is to use fresh ingredients. I'll show you how to make the sauce. If you're using chicken, then you can cook it in fresh vegetable broth, which I have shown on a previous video. You can click on the link above and then you'll know how to make fresh vegetable broth. So let's do it. The first thing you need to do is to cook the meat. So you can either saute it, or like the chicken, you can cook it in vegetable broth. Since I'm going to combine, I'm going to cook them pretty much at the same time. I'm going to saute a little bit of garlic for the turkey. Just after sauteing the garlic, add the meat, and then add the chicken to the vegetable broth. Just add a little bit of salt, pepper, paprika. If you want to make it spicy, then you can add a little bit of spice. Just not too much, because then you're gonna add cheese and other ingredients. So just keep that in mind so it doesn't become salty. The meat shouldn't take long to cook, but while the meat gets ready, we can go ahead and make the sauce, which is very easy. We just wash the tomatoes, cut them in half. I have a very powerful blender. I shouldn't have to do that, but I'm just used to do it. So just cut them in half. Add the garlic, all the basil, and that's it. It's that easy, guys. Just don't forget to add salt and pepper. Once again, not too much, because then there's salt in the cheese as well. Alright guys, once the meats were ready, I shredded the chicken and also made fresh sauce. You know, I'm a big fan of fresh ingredients, and you know, to make it amazing, not just good but amazing, don't forget the secret ingredient, which is love. So let's go ahead and start building the lasagna. So you're gonna start with a little bit of sauce, just to cover the bottom of the baking sheet. Then we add a sheet of lasagna, actually 1.5. We can do 1.5. Then we're gonna add a layer of turkey or ground beef. A layer of chicken. A layer of spinach. This part is optional. You can add pretty much anything you want to a lasagna. I always have spinach in the freezer, so I'm just happy to add spinach to my lasagna. So a layer of vegetables, spinach and yellow zucchini, very thin slices. Then a layer of cheese and sauce. And we'll repeat the same process 3 times. Layer of turkey. A layer of chicken. Once the lasagna sheets start cooking, they're gonna expand. So don't worry if the sheets don't cover all the baking sheet. If they're right in the center, that's fine. If you want a bigger lasagna, just double the ingredients. The kind of pasta for lasagna that I'm using doesn't require boiling, reason why I'm just adding it to the baking sheet. Then the last layer, guys. So a little bit of sauce, turkey, whatever's left, chicken, spinach, zucchini, a little more sauce, and finally the last layer of pasta. Hey guys, if you like this video, if you're getting new tips, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Just go down below in the description, hit the thumbs up button, and then let's keep going. If you want to bake your lasagna right away, you will need to preheat the oven at 370 degrees Fahrenheit or 135 Celsius. I recommend that you make the lasagna and let it refrigerate for a few hours so that way it develops even more flavor. Let's go for the last part, guys. I saved some pretty leaves of basil to decorate the top. So sauce, cheese, finish it up with some oregano, maybe a little bit of crushed pepper. Always fresh herbs at the end. Add really good flavor. And these are gonna help with the pretty look of the lasagna. Some fresh leaves of basil. I actually added more sauce and cheese just to make sure it's not dry. I put it on a tray so it's easier to handle. Put it in the oven, take it out. And now I'm gonna cover it with foil. And I'm gonna put it in the oven for about 40 minutes at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. It's been 40 minutes. I'm just gonna take the foil off. Be careful because the steam comes out of it. Ooh, look at that, guys. So cheesy. It still has a lot of sauce, so just make a few holes so that way the liquid has a chance to evaporate. You don't want to let it dry completely, but you don't want it to be soapy either. So let's put it in the oven on cover for another 15 minutes. All right, guys, another 15 minutes in the oven. Now it's almost like golden brown. It's so beautiful. Now we're gonna let it rest for about 10 to 15 minutes and serve. As always, guys, the exciting part, after 10 minutes, then let's slice just small piece. Take a look at this, guys. So cheesy. And there you have it, guys. Golden brown, cheesy, fresh, and delicious lasagna. Don't go quite yet because I gotta taste this beauty. We gotta find out if all that hard work is worth it. So let me grab a little piece of this. Mmm. It's so good. It's like an explosion of flavors in my mouth. The garlic, basil, cheese, and the tomato. It's just amazing, guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below. And I'll see you next week.